you can't help yourself but just laugh about this. But it's also sad. This is also very sad for Sony, that they're like this ignorant and they're this gullible and ignorant that they can't understand. Hey, you will have a difficult time selling this console at this price point. And then they released this new commercial called Every Detail Matters. How about the price cut matters as well? How about cutting the price on that console? But let's look at this commercial, man, that they have released 3 weeks ago. This is from New Zealand. Look at this. This is a PlayStation New Zealand. Oh, they only got 161 views. They removed all the other comments, I guess. I don't know. There's just one comment. How about the details of the increase in Sony console price and PlayStation Plus price too? They only got 4 likes. I mean, this is really bad. But anyway, let's watch this commercial. Witness Play Unleashed. Yeah, this commercial is really bad. Already, I can tell it's so fake and phony with all these actors. What are you showing me? In old games? Running slightly, little bit better performance? Yeah, this commercial's so bad. And optimized performance. Yeah, how much are we looking at? $1,000? Oh my god. This is so lame. I never thought I see the day to see such a lame commercial. Lame ass commercial. Every detail matters. This is pathetic. Yo, this is just beyond pathetic. Even watching this, like my brain is processing this and saying, are they like so out of touch with reality? Like did Sony just like unplug their reality cord with the rest of the world and they just like unplugged themselves and they're living in their own little bubble? I have a feeling that Sony right now, PlayStation right now, it's living in its own little bubble. Listen, man, I get it. Economy's bad. I understand tariffs and all this other shit. I get it. But what I don't get is, how could you justify $900 plus tax, $1,000 price tag for an old console, an old ass 2 years old console? That's a mid-gen console, dude. You asking $1,000 for a mid-gen console? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there's some stuff on this console that will help with a better performance on a certain games where third-party developers choose to optimize it. Not every developer will optimize it. There's certain selected games they're optimized, and depending on the developer, they will choose the optimization that's best suited for their game. And if this was priced at $600, dude, no problem. Everyone would be buying this PS5 Pro. Actually, you would have a difficult time finding one. It would be always out of stock, right? But it's always in stock. Like I went to Walmart the other day just to check to see. And there's 4 of them sitting there in that little cabinet glass window. There's 4 of them sitting there. No one's buying it. Do you want to know why no one's buying it? And there's 4 PS5 Pros sitting there inside that glass cabinet. There was 4 of them sitting there. Because when they look at the price tag, $900, they just say, nope, thank you, bye. I just felt like I really thought about buying it just to try it out for a few days. Just to try it out, just to see what it's all about for a few days and then returning it. Honestly, because, man, this is ridiculous. Like I said, if this was $600, okay, people would say, all right, it's a mid-gen $600 console, fine. We're okay with that. No one's going to complain. I guarantee you. But it's hard to justify, dude, this ridiculous price tag. And not only that, but the funny thing is, when I was at the Walmart, not only was 4 PS5 Pros sitting there, in that black box Next to it in that white boxes, there was another 4 PS5 Slims sitting there, and no one was buying it. And I'm like, why no one is buying a PS5 Slim? And I look at the price tag, and it's $650. $650 plus tax, right? Add an additional $36, so you're looking at $686. So you need to have $700. No one's paying $700 for a 2020 console from 2020. It's almost 6 years old console. No one's going to pay for a 6 years old console that's coming to its end cycle. So $650 for a PS5 Slim, and there was 4 of them in a white box sitting there. No one was buying it because of the ridiculous price. And then on the right side, $900 PS5 Pro, Sony. And now you're increasing the PlayStation Plus membership. What are you doing, Sony? And then you're releasing this ridiculous commercial. Now, this is a New Zealand commercial. Believe me, there's. You want to read the comments from? Hold on. Let me show you something. So this is a New Zealand commercial. Where's the? Hold on. Where's the North American commercial? I'm looking for the North American commercial. Just give me a second. I want to find a North American commercial. So this is a New Zealand one. Let me see. Okay, here we go. There we go. Read the comments. Disk drives matter. Hold on. This is so bad. Yo, this commercial's so bad. Hold on. This is one of the worst commercials ever created in the history of humankind. It's so bad, dude. No, we have to see that again. Hold on. Yo, this right here. Ray tracing. Yo, it's so lame. So lame. Hold on. Anyway, disk drive matter. Let's look at the comments. Disk drive matter. Pay has no limits. Every penny matters. Pay has no limits. Due to hard market condition, I sadly had to decide to not own any of your company's products ever again. Every price increase matters. Price increase have no limits. For the payers, it does matter, but matters more at an affordable price, or when the hardware is recent and not quite old. Exactly. This is the best comment. This guy right here. The best comment. It does matter, but matters more at an affordable price, or when the hardware is recent and not quite old. The only thing that matters is how brave PlayStation is to keep this comment section open. That's a good one too. The only thing that matters is how brave. I don't think they care, dude. But they're also like really gullible. They're really like ignorant. They're like, I'm trying to be careful what kind of words I use here. Can I use a word stupid? Like, this is really stupid. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, if I was the CEO of Sony, I'd say, what are you guys doing? Remove that commercial. Lower the price. That's it. Sell whatever you have in a stock. Reduce the price to $700 and sell whatever you can sell. And be done with it. And focus on the PlayStation 6. But, dude, like, at this price point, I mean, you have to be mental. You have to be mental, bro. And then you got these ridiculous commercials, right? These ridiculous commercials. It's just, my God. We only got 3,000 likes from Sony fanboys, but imagine how many dislikes they have. I'm sure I can check it out. I can double check. Look at these comments, dude. They're so proud of raising the price that I half expected the video to end with "Thank you for donation." Thank you for donation screen. Yo, the comments are just amazing. $900 for a video game console. Talk about losing your customer base. And for most people, they wouldn't notice difference between Pro and standard PS5. Listen, this is the best. Who's this? This guy right here, Dabuz. Let me tell you, this is the best comment ever. This is really the most mature and the most reasonable common sense comment. For $900 for a video game console, talk about losing your customer base. And for most people, they wouldn't notice difference between Pro and standard PS5. That's the kicker. That's what I'm saying. People would not notice the difference. Think about it. You're going to go, right, and buy a PS5 Pro. And you're going to bring it home. You're going to be all excited. Dopamines are opening up. You're all excited on your brain. Woohoo! Super excited. Like it's almost like you're getting ready to get laid or something. And then you open your box. You plug it in. You plug everything in. And then it wears off. You know, the dopamine effect, the honeymoon effect wears off. And you're like, let me double check my original PS5. I really don't see much of a difference here. Yes, it's running a little bit faster frame rate, but is that really enough to justify a $1,000 console for just a few frames up and down? Is that really enough to justify a $1,000 console? No, absolutely not. And I even made a video where I said you can't justify this ridiculousness. You really can't, man. This is sad. And you know what's even more sad is this commercial, dude. This commercial, it's so sad, bro. You know, these actors, they're actors. They don't care. They're getting paid. They don't give a shit. They're auditioning for whatever they can get. I know how it is in LA, in Los Angeles. Everyone wants to be an actor. Everyone's auditioning every day. People spend all their money to look good and everything else, cosmetics, teeth, and everything, right? They want to look good. They're auditioning every day. That's LA for you. Everyone's auditioning. So actors, that's what they do. They're just auditioning. And there's so many auditioning agencies in LA. So they don't care. I mean, you know, they're actors are hungry to make money. Whatever you can give them, give them. So they're just actors, paid actors by Sony. But Sony, for making this ridiculous commercial, man, it is just mental. It is just mental. And look, everyone's saying the same thing about the PS5 Pro. Even people who bought it are telling me the same thing. Dude, I can't possibly justify $900. They said, okay, if it was $700, all right. Even $700 is still expensive. But at $700, they're like, okay, man, at least check it out for $700. Check it out for a few days and see if it's worth $700. But honestly, it should have been $600. PS5 Pro should have been $600, and PS5 with a disc should be $500, and PS5 Digital $400. That's how it should be. Digital version $400, PS5 physical slim version or the original disc version $500, so $400, $500, and then the Pro version $600. And it should be included with the physical media for $600. And with a $600 with a physical media, absolutely, dude, absolutely. Okay, if you want to sell the physical media version for $650, so be it. Sell it for $650. But even at $600 and $650, it would have been much, much better. Dude, they would make so much money on this console if they had put these prices at PS5 Digital $400, PS5 Slim $500, PS5 Original with a disc $500, PS5 Pro Digital $600, and PS5 Pro Physical Media $650. That would be great. That's how much, it should have been. For $600, people would never complain about the Pro. Actually, the Pro would be in shortage. It would be in a shortage because a lot of people would be buying it for $600. Say, oh, hey, it's $600, dude. It's all right. But $1,000, bro. I mean, think about it. $1,000. You like, okay. Let's say you're in Walmart. You're in Walmart and you're looking at a PC for $1,200. Okay, with 4070. Excuse me, with a 4080. You're looking at a PC with a 4080 and i5 processor for $1,200. And then you're turning around, you're looking at the PS5 Pro, and you're like, wait a minute. A PC over here with a 4080, and 4080 mops the floor, like with 16 gigs of GDDR6 RAM, an i9 processor, and 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, mops the floor with this console, right? I'm just giving you one example, all right? So let's say you're in a Walmart, and you're looking at PS5 Pro, $1,000, and then you're looking at the PC from iBuyPower, Walmart PC for $1,200 with a 4080, an i9 processor, 32 gigs of RAM, and you're saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. I have a PC over here for $1,200 with a 4080 that mops the floor with this console and a powerful i9 processor for $1,200. Okay? Let's say i5 processor. Let's not put an i9. They would probably raise the price if it was an i9. Let's just say a $1,200 PC with a 4080 with an i5 processor and 32 gigs of RAM. What are you going to buy? Are you going to buy a $1,000 old-ass GPU? Or, I'm sorry for the language, or are you going to buy a PC that has a 4080 with a 32 gigs of RAM and an i5 processor for $1,200? Okay. Or let's say 13, even at $1,300, still better deal. What I'm trying to say is this. You're better off, just hear me out. If you're willing to spend $1,000 on this console, ask anybody with any brain cells, they'll tell you, dude, you might as well go with the PC at this point. I guarantee you a lot of people will say the same thing. Dude, if you're willing to waste $1,000 on this old-ass 2 years old GPU mid-gen console, then you might as well go with the PC. At least with the PC, you can get a 4080 i5 processor or maybe Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 with 16 gigs of RAM. 4080 with a Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 with 16 gigs with a 4080, or a 4080 with 16 gigs and i5 processor. Dude, 4080 mops the floor with this. You guys know that, right? Like, it mops the floor and then some. Mops the floor and then some with the PS5 Pro. So might as well buy a iBuyPower, even if it's $1,500. Even if it's $1,500, you're better off. Like, think about it. Just add it, and if you, like I said, if you're gonna go this route, and if you're willing to spend $1,000 on this ridiculous PS5 Pro, you might as well just buy yourself a PC for $1,500 with a 4080 or a 4070 and i5 processor and 16 gigs of RAM and be done with it. At least you know with that 4070, 4080 and 16 gigs and i5 processor, you're going to be mopping the floor with the PS5 Pro. And even the PS6, you'll be mopping the floor. So if you're going to go this route and spend $1,000, dude, might as well go with a PC. That's what I've been telling people. Might as well go with a PC, dude. At least you're getting a far better value that will last you much longer. You know. I'm sorry, dude. But here's the thing. If you already have a PS5, guys, let me end the video by saying this. If you already have a PS5, I don't care if it's a PS5 Slim, or if it's the original PS5 with a physical media, or PS5 Slim with a physical media, or PS5 Digital. If you already have a PS5, I can't possibly like justify you buying this. You know, I thought about it, just like checking it out for a few days. I thought about maybe buying it in Walmart and just checking it out for a few days, just to see how it is for a few days, just to try it out, to see if it's worth it, and then returning it afterwards, you know. But dude, like I can't possibly like recommend this, man, especially if you have a PS5. Are you really going to see a drastic difference between your PS5 or original digital physical media version or the PS5 Slim version? Are you really going to see a difference? You know, it's funny, I'm looking at my Modern Warfare 3 PS5 Slim. It says 8K, 40K, 120 hertz. I just find it hilarious. I have my PS5 Slim box right there sitting. Guys, if you already have PS5, don't waste your money, dude. Wait for that PlayStation 6. You're good to go with the Grand Theft Auto 6, dude. I guarantee you PS5 Pro ain't gonna do nothing drastically better. Okay, I guarantee you. If it was true, the Rockstar would already bragged about it. Why do you think Rockstar's not saying anything about it? Why do you think Sony's not saying anything about it? Don't you think Sony would make a video with a Rockstar just to get you excited, so you can purchase a PS5 Pro for Grand Theft Auto 6? They're not showing you anything. Why do you think that is? Because they know that they can't squeeze anything other than 30 frames per second and 1440p. Because Rockstar doesn't want to sacrifice the detail in the game that they worked so hard. Why would Rockstar want to sacrifice all the details that they put into the game at 1440p? They want to give you a performance mode at a 1080p or 900p so you can get like a blurry soft image? No, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep it at 1440p sharp image at 30 FPS. That's it. Because they want you to enjoy the detail. But you're not going to see a difference between 1440p on a PS5 Pro and a 1080p on a regular PS5. I'm sorry. Your eyes will not see that difference sitting 7 feet away from your television. It ain't happening, cousin. It ain't happening, brother. It ain't happening, sister. This is just a common sense, man. This is just a logical common sense. This is not like even an opinion. It's not even a matter of an opinion. This is a matter of common sense, dude. So, anyway. Long story short, let me just finish this video. Sony, you have to be mental. It only got 67,000 views. I can only imagine how many dislikes they've got. Probably, I don't know, like 65,000 dislikes or maybe more. Look at these comments, man. These comments tells you everything you need to know, dude. Pay has no limits. There's even thank you. Even Spawn Point says, yo, dude, thank you. Even Spawn Point, there he is right here. Even he, and he's got the money, dude. He's got the money. And even he said, bro, and he has it. Even he says PlayStation Plus should be cheaper. Even he, it's like, not happy. Dude, no one is happy, dude. Pay has no limits. Dude, no one is happy, dude. Look at this. Look at these comments, dude. I'm trying to end this video, but I can't believe how Sony can be this gullible and this, like, ignorant. Like, it's like even Dreamcast guy is saying, like, what's wrong with this company? And he's the biggest Sony fanboy, but even he's saying, like, what? Everyone's just like shaking their head like, what the hell are you doing, Sony? Cut the price, man. This is insane. This is mental. And then you're making this mental commercial. Anyway, I'm done with this video, man. This is just raising my high blood pressure. I really thought about just buying it to check it out for a few days, see if it's worth it or not worth it. And I know I would be just wasting my time. I know it's not worth it. I know I'm not going to see much of a difference. People who are saying they're going to see a difference are the ones who are trying to justify their purchase. They can refund it, they can return it. right? And they can't sell it because nobody wants to buy it. So now they're justifying their purchase. That's what people like to do. They like to justify their purchase. Oh no, there's definitely, it's definitely worth it. Oh yeah. People like to justify their purchase, but they don't want to talk up to you logically. They don't want to talk to you logically, use logical common sense. Like, see, I cannot talk to a person who just wants to brag about their purchase. Like, if you're going to talk to me about bragging about your purchase, the conversation is over, dude. Why are you bragging about your purchase? If it's good for you, but don't brag about it. Don't tell everybody, oh yeah, it's worth it. Really? Why don't you go buy it again for $900 or 1,000 pounds? Or 1,000 US Canadian. Like, it's insanity, dude. Like yeah. Anyway, this video, it's over. But I really thought about just picking it up for a few days. I have 14 days. I could return it. I can return it within a few days. And all I need is a few days just to check it out. Few days. And within a few days, believe me, I'll know exactly if this is worth it or not worth it. I'll download a bunch of games, check it out. And I'll tell you right away if it's worth it, not worth it. Because I have the televisions. Well, see, that's another thing. You see, I have the televisions to test the PS5 Pro. I have 3 different OLEDs that supports G-Sync, FreeSync, 120 Hertz, 4K resolution. So I have even 1440p. I have televisions from LG OLED to actually test all of this. Okay, but that's another thing. It's not bad enough that you have to pay $1,000 for this console, but you also need a over a $1,000 TV. So think about it. You need to, like, how much is the new C5? Or is it C5 or C6 or whatever they have, C7? I don't know. Let's say it's $1,600 or let's say 50-inch, like $1,600. So $1,000 for a console, an additional $1,600 for LG OLED 4K TV. So you need to have close to $3,000, bro. You need $3,000, including a TV, just to enjoy this console. Might as well go with the PC, bro. If you're gonna waste $3,000 with a super expensive TV and a super expensive console, you might as well just go with the PC at this point. Just build a PC, bro. Get yourself an iBuyPower. Tell them what kind of PC you would like. 5080 i9 processor, 32 gigs of RAM, liquid cooling, right? Thermal take, liquid cooling, whatever, and 2 terabytes storage SSD, and be done with it, bro, and have fun. But this is mental, man. And then this commercial is even more mental. Anyway, this is a long video. I'm sorry. I've been, blabbing too much here, so I'm gonna end the video. Dude, it's like 28 minutes. Oh my god. You know why it's 28 minutes? Because it's so upsetting to me, dude. I'm so upset that Sony can be this gullible, ignorant, and stupid. Like, but what do you expect? Look at the Concorde. That shows you their level of stupidity with a Concorde. They thought that Concorde's going to be something that's going to be successful. No, Concorde was never going to be successful, and you wasted $400 million. $400 million. You know what would be successful, Sony? Days Gone 2. Days Gone sequel. That's what you should have done. That's what you should have made. It's a Days Gone sequel. If you had made a Days Gone sequel, you would have profited a lot of money from that game. But no, Concorde. And then Saros. How's Saros doing? Is anyone even playing that game? I think I went to GameStop the other day. They have it used. They have a pre-owned copy. I don't know how much it was. It wasn't a full price. It was like, I don't know, like it was like $50 pre-owned. Yeah, $50 pre-owned. If someone already returned it. Return to sender, right? Returnal. It was like $50. Yeah, even your Saros is not doing that great. People are returning it. Like, you can buy it for like $50 used, pre-owned. Listen, I mean, it's already half an hour. This is a long video, but it has to be a long video because there's so much I needed to say here, man. This is just mental. It is really mental. But I thought about picking one up just to try it for a few days, and then I think I have 14 days. I can return it to Walmart within 14 days, and then just try it out for a few days, and then return it. Just to see if it's really all that. Just to see for myself, and then I'll give you an honest opinion if it's worth it, not worth it. I already know it's not worth it. I mean, I already know. But me checking it out for myself would confirm that it's certainly not worth, $1,000. It's impossible to justify that. Impossible. When you already have a PC. I mean, when you already have a PS5, dude. You already have a PS5, dude. You're good. You're not missing out on Grand Theft Auto 6. If you already have a PS5, you're not missing out on Grand Theft Auto 6. If you already have Xbox Series X, you're not missing out on the... If you have a PS5 and Xbox Series X, you're not missing out on Grand Theft Auto 6. You're good for Grand Theft Auto 6, man. You don't need a PS5 Pro. It's a long video. I'm sorry, guys. It's a high blood pressure video. It really is, man. Because I just can't believe how stupid Sony is. I mean, I have to use the word stupid. Just stupid, Stupid. And now they're raising the PlayStation Plus. Yo, the level of stupidity just... I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I'm sorry that the video is 31 minutes, but there's so much I needed to say about this, man. This is just... You've seen what the people are writing on the comments. Imagine their high blood pressure when they see... And these are hardcore Sony fans. I'm also a hardcore Sony fanboy, but man, this is just stupid. Even Dreamcast guys saying it's stupid. Everyone's saying it's just, even Spawn Point says, hey, why are you guys raising the price? It's not bad enough the consoles are expensive, but you're also raising a price on a PlayStation Plus? Even Spawn Point is complaining about the PlayStation Plus price increase. Everyone's complaining about Sony, and Sony's like, we have to do what we have to do. Yeah, you wanna go bankrupt? Is that what you wanna do? You guys wanna file for bankruptcy? Yo, man. Stupidity, man. I'll never understand the stupidity, but anyway, I'm sorry. It's 32 minutes, end of the video. I have to use the word stupid because I don't know. It's two words, mental and stupid. Mental and stupid, because I don't know how else to describe this. I can only describe it in two words, mental and stupid. And I'm sorry that I have to use those words, but I don't know what other words to choose from dictionary to describe this insanity. Three words, mental, stupid, and insanity. And then they released this commercial, this ridiculous commercial. Every detail matters. I think you guys will have fun with this video. But this video also will raise your high blood pressure. And I'm sorry, my intent on this video is not to give you anxiety. It's not to raise the high blood pressure. But, you have to take that up with Sony. Sony is the one who's raising the high blood pressure. I'm just stating the obvious, okay? But Sony is the one who's raising your high blood pressure from 130 to 190. I'm sorry that your high blood pressure has to go to 190, but it's not my fault. You have to blame Sony for that. Especially with the stupid, ridiculous commercial. Every detail matters. PS5 Pro. Jesus Christ. Alright, I said enough. That's it. 34 minutes. Time to end this video, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's sad. You know what? It's sad. I'm ending this video, but it's really sad. It hurts me because I'm a Sony fan, and it's sad. It is sad. This is sad. This is nothing to be proud of. This is just sad. Even I made a video. Look, there's a video down below. Why it's impossible to justify 900 price tag. And they put me right next to Frogboy X1. Why are they always putting me next to Frogboy? I don't have the kind of money that Frogboy has. This guy has everything, dude. Frogboy, it's fully loaded, bro. I mean, Frogboy, if you're watching this, Frogboy, how in the hell do you afford all of these things, bro? You have everything, dude. You must be a gigatrillionaire, man. How do you afford all of the stuff that you have, man? Damn, man. Like, he's got everything. Like, dude, this guy's got like everything. If you watch his video, this guy has everything. The guy probably has the holy cup of Christ, somewhere. Seriously, he probably has like a holy cup of Christ somewhere, like buried somewhere in his basement. I don't know. This guy is like Indiana Jones. He's got everything. It's like a museum, dude. Sorry, Frog. I'm roasting you a little bit, man. All right, man. Just a joke. I'm just joking. All right, and just a little bit of joking, dude. Don't get triggered, please. Just jokes. It's like Dave Chappelle says. Relax your anus. No, that was Review Tech USA. But funny thing about Review Tech USA, he tells other people to relax their anus, but when someone talks about him and roasts him, then he can't relax his anus. Yo, the irony, yo, the irony is ridiculous, bro. But anyway, listen, man, I love all of these YouTubers. I think they're all entertaining. I love Review Tech USA. I love Dreamcast Guy. I love Frog Boy. I love all of them. You know why I love them? Because they give me a daily entertainment. Just like you guys love me because I give you a daily entertainment. Because it gives me the entertainment. A free entertainment every day. Daily dose of entertainment, So I like all of them. But, but they're all like very, what's the word? They're all very funny, man. They're all funny, because they always contradict themselves, They say one thing. They tell you, well, don't do what I do, but do what I say. Don't do what I do, but do what I say. The irony, very ironic, but it's also funny. The irony also equals to being funny, because when you are ironic, but then you're also funny, because you're like ironic, you're contradicting yourself. Well, then you're also funny. Anyway, and this video is ridiculously long, 37 minutes for every detail matters. Yo. All right, let's end this video. This is Happy Saturday, happy summer, and enjoy the World Cup. Enjoy the World Cup, guys. Have fun. Happy summer. Sony, PlayStation. What happened? What happened? PS5 Pro. $1,000 is what's happened. Oh, don't even get me started with. I don't listen. Am I ever going to end this video? Don't even ask me about the PlayStation 6. Listen. At this point, don't even bother asking me about PlayStation 6 at this point. Just don't even ask me about the PlayStation 6. Anyway, I don't even want to think about that at this point. All right. This video, it's ending. I have to end this video. Thank you very much for sticking around for 38 minutes. I hope this was entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video while you were eating your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, your snacks. I hope this video kept you entertained for 38 minutes, okay? And I hope you were laughing at least, So, yeah, guys. Sorry for the burp. It's early in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee. I'll see you later. I look like a Brian James. I am Brian James. Look at me, dude. You know what? She was right. Holly. Holly told me I look like Brian James. Thank you, Holly, because you know what? I think you're right. Holly is right. I do look like a Brian James. Who's Brian James? Well, look him up. He's an actor from Blade Runner and The House and many other. He usually plays a bad guy, but sometimes plays a good guy. I do look like Brian James. And there's another guy someone said I look like some other actor. There's two actors that I look like. I forgot the other one, but a lot of people say I look like Brian James. All right, end of the video. Take care. Bye.